Welcome into the Film Guy Network. It's football season, which means I've got a film study for you. What's up? You really like that? Let's shut up and grab some tape. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome into the Film Guy Network on a fabulous Wednesday morning over here. We got a great one for you, as you can see by the title of today's video. Going to take a look at Nate Frazier. And this study, I'm going to be honest with you, taking the notes late last night, this study's going to turn into more of like, this is why your run game failed, to be honest with you. This is why your run game wasn't efficient. This is why your run game's going to be much better this year, I think. It's not just the matter of, focus that they're putting on it in camp, talking about running the football and stopping the run, all that good stuff. When Kirby sets his mind to something on a football team, normally they get it done. So it's not just that. I also think we've been talking about it all offseason. The idea that the quarterback may possibly one day keep the football is totally going to change how defenses play you. And honestly, I think this UMass game is a perfect example of that. We're going to start the football game with Carson at the quarterback position, and you're going to see backside edge defenders getting to do whatever the hell they want. The moment Gunnar Stockton comes in the football game, you're going to start seeing some flat-footedness, okay? And flat-footedness is good because when we play offense, there's one ball carrier, a quarterback who doesn't have the ball, and 9 people blocking. There's 11 dudes on the other side of the ball chasing you down. So unless we change the math somehow offensively, right, whether it be taking somebody out with motion, whether it be taking somebody's eyes with the quarterback, we got to do something to even the math. They're always going to be overbalanced on the defensive side of the football. So here we go. Let's get after it. Got a couple rules today. If you learn anything about the game of football, you must subscribe. If you learn anything about your favorite football team, you must subscribe. If you have any fun at all today, you must subscribe. On the way to what, like 51K? On the way to 100K? On the way to a milli? All right, so welcome in. Hope you have fun today. I'm going to give it my best shot. Let's get after it. Jonathan, you let me go without saying it.
Oh, I was about to say, you didn't even give the signature saying that.
I mean, let's shut up and let's grind the tape. Now, I always think that's ironic because I'm finna get up here and gallivant for about an hour or however long this lasts. I got an interview with a local radio station at 10:30, Jonathan, so don't let me go too long here. All right, so here is the number one question I have for Mike Bobo, I have for Kirby Smart, I have for all of you guys, and it's how we stress these backside inside linebackers, okay? Watch this play right here, Dowsell. What do we do to occupy the eyes of this football player this year, right? What do we do to occupy the eyes of this football player, 23 and 17? I don't doubt that these future 4 NFL offensive linemen, maybe future 5th in Monroe Freely, not maybe, he's going to be, okay? I don't have any doubt that these 5 guys are getting their hats on the right hats, okay? There's a couple of coaching points we got to fix today, but most of these, that was a 5-yard run, could have been a 16-yard run. Most of it's these backside inside linebackers like this right here. So we try to send that jet motion. Don't know if you can see that behind. What we're trying to do is bump this stack, right? Now, why are we trying to bump the stack? We're trying to do what we call deliver the blocks, okay? These 2 offensive linemen, right? This left guard and center, they're working through number 10 to Mike number 22, right? These backside guards, they're working through that 3-tech up to number 23. We're trying to occupy 18 and 17's eyes. We got a solo block out here. All right, so if we don't get this combination block up here, right? If we don't do enough, whether it be boot action or jet sweep action, if we don't do enough to take 23's eyes, boys, where do you think he's going to go? He's going to float right to the ball. So watch this right here, okay? I love these 2 football players, by the way. That's Tate Ratledge and I can't tell, maybe Monroe Freely playing with him, or Xavier Truss. These are really good multi-year starters, and Tate has no chance to get through that 3 technique and to that linebacker, right? And all it's going to take is that number 23 being told in meetings, hey, they're a boot reverse team. If they get under the eye, they're going to be a boot reverse team. I don't know how your football picture memory works, Jonathan, but I remember Georgia playing Ohio State back a couple years ago with Stetson Bennett at quarterback. And it got so bad when they got under the eye that they would take Steel Chambers or Eichenberg, whatever his name was, Tommy, and they'd stick him on the edge and just say, hey, Go hit the quarterback in the face the moment he turns out of a naked boot. Well, guess who had an 80-yard run to ice that football game? Kenny McIntosh. Now, why did he have that? Because the damn linebacker stack was just completely jacked up, okay? Because defensively, we got to start accounting for things, right? But instead right here, wham, we're getting hit by a free defender. Guys, that's supposed to be my +1. I'm supposed to be getting up to number 4 free and evaded, right? I'm supposed to have 9, 10 yards to make a move on that safety, okay? Instead, we're getting tackled on our body. We're getting hit in our midsection, okay, at 3.5 yards. That's not a good recipe for explosive success, okay? Now, here's my thing. I do see some freshmanness, okay, on this young player's tape. Now, this is the youngest football player to play this many reps since probably Malachi.
Yeah.
Like even KJ was a spot starter to start the year. This dude walked into Clemson and they were like, hey, we need 17 totes today. I know you just got here in August, but we need 17 totes today. So there are definitely some young things on the tape like this right here. Guys, we cannot be surprised when we get to the second level unevaded, right? When we get to the +1 defender, and you'll see it from the tight right here, we can't be surprised. We got to be ready to make that guy miss. That's our job. Okay, so watch this play right here. Down set Hut. Come on, Carson, give it to me. Down set Hut. Come on. Down set Hut. Let's go. All right, we're getting up to the levels, right? Everybody's getting taken care of. Jared doing a good job getting up here. We got an out, or as we called in my day, a fan call, right? We're getting out on these two guys. We got this backside right guard working through the nose technique. All right, we got these two guys getting up to their second level, okay? Again, should not be surprised that the guys in front of us have now done their job. We're going to outrun this backside inside linebacker despite the fact, well, actually, Xavier got hands on him. Good job right there. All right, so here we go. What I'm talking about right here. This right here. Boys, we got all the room in the world to make this guy miss. Well, it's our job. We got to take care of this one right here, right now. Okay, so I'm going to be honest with you, Jonathan. I watched Nate in person last year. I thought Nate was great last year in person. Watched him on tape a ton last year. But I was watching the team. I went and watched him today. This guy's got so much more room to grow, and he had a 700-yard season last year as a true freshman. Okay, I think the ceiling is beyond high for what is left on tape from this football player. I have ample faith that by the end of this year, hell, by the start of this year, we're putting that guy on his face. All right, and we're making that guy miss, and we got a 60-yard ripper on our hands potentially. Okay, but instead we kind of, all right, and we give him that shoulder. All right, we run through the arm tackle, but I'm trying to make dudes miss. I ain't trying to get tackled. All right, we got to talk some ball here. I told you this study's going to end up turning into why weren't you as good as you were supposed to be last year? Why didn't you run the football like your standard? Dude, it's so many different little things like this right here. We are going to trying to run duo over here, okay? Everybody working right. We're trying to split this seam over here, start right, and then hit that back that way. Okay, we're trying to get in that crease between that left tackle and that tight end. That is what we are trying to do, okay? So we're going to bring this safety or this wide receiver in motion over here. Now, let's talk it out from the tight. Okay, everybody sees this safety hanging out when we bring the motion. I need y'all to take a good mental picture of where this guy's hanging out. He's right there, right? We all see this guy? Shoot. We all see this guy hanging out up at the top of our screen once this motion happens. This guy right here. We all see him. When I go to the tight, you're not going to be able to see him. So just kind of remember, he's 7-8 yards off the ball at the hash. All right, so let's go to the tight right quick and let's talk some ball. We're going to bring Arian Smith over in motion. Okay, that is going to bump their stack. Now, when I see this, remember, the safety's hanging out over here, okay, and we know we got duo running, right? Hey, just general idea right here, Jonathan. Who do you think number 4 is responsible for? I already drew it up. I think number 4 is probably responsible for that outside linebacker. There's a lot that tells me that. I know how we run duo as a football team, but I also see your damn eyes. There ain't no secret, so I know where you're going. So when we take the snap, I really don't know what 11's doing right now. Why do we have 2 guys for one job? You probably should have your eyes on the safety, should you not? Right? Should you not? And guess what? Oh shit. 1,000 times. So sick and tired of it last year come December. I couldn't imagine being a coach on the football team. We got 4th year seniors. Right? So much so that I do the same thing in Notre Dame, right? Put Anthony Evans in the field or in the game, and guess what? Some bitch can't do his job neither. And now we're getting blown up in the backfield. Okay, so like, hey, we probably should be one-on-one with the safety again, shouldn't we, Jonathan? Mm-hmm. We probably should be giving our freshman running back an opportunity to stick his foot in the ground and go bang his head on the goalpost. But instead, guess what happens? Oh, whoops, bam, right on the legs at +4. That's just, For me, not knowing our responsibilities, not having our eyes in the right spot. We don't have eye discipline at Georgia? What is that? That's got to be so much better this year. Everybody, right? Everybody. Now, let's look through number 12 right here. Oh, I told you there was some missed yardage on the tape, right, John? Now, hey, let's talk to you quarterbacks here. Okay, I know you see it, but we don't have to do this. Okay, we don't have to do this to our young back. I think this is the clip. I think we got a quarterback letting everybody know that our running back just messed up. All right, here we go. Never mind. This is a different play. Okay, couple of things here that let me know we're working this way. Our original landmark, right? Our aiming point as a running back, I think is the backside butt of the guard right here. Okay, that's my mindset. All right, reason being, let's watch these three football players. Dadgummit, I do that all the time. Let's watch these three football players in the middle, center to left guard over. They all put their butt in the hole. What do I mean by that? Let's take a look at it. Downset Hut, come on. Oh, we gotta give motion. Downset Hut. All right, all three put their butt to the hole, right? Jared's face this way, butts to the hole. These two guys are fanning out, butts to the hole. All right, so that tells me the landmark is indeed over here. Now, I see two very, very large openings right about now. We definitely should be jump cutting into the front side of this play. All right, he works to do that. And bodies starting to appear. Now guess what we're going to do? Now we're going to try to jump all the way to the backside, and guess what's going to happen? That free defender that we see flying in our screen on the right is going to fall on our legs. So here's why I put this on the tape, right? How much quicker do we get to these jump cuts, right? When we take this ball and we see, ooh, there goes the fan out. I see a lot of grass, jump cut, wham, right now. Right here on this play it was, ooh, I think this is here, and then I'm going to bounce over here. All right, and as we get older, guys, we're going to understand where the free defenders are ultimately coming from, right? When we come up to the line of scrimmage right here on play 12, all right, what do we see? I see a bunch of dudes because the field is indeed to the right. Okay, I see a bunch of bodies overloaded over here, right? From center midline over, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bodies. From center midline over, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So I know the front side of the play is designed to work to our right, but hey, just general math, all right? Predict, right? Don't react. Predict what might happen to you as the play goes on. This is Peanut. It's the man Dwight Phillips. There is noticeable juice when this dude touches the rock. Okay? Watch his cutback. Yeah. Because the problem with this guy, Jonathan, all right, is they're going to tell you, especially if he's a major feature in this offense, you're going to have your defensive coordinator stand up in your meeting room on Monday, all right, or on Sunday when he's doing opponent scout, and he's going to go through all of the football players that matter. And then he's going to get to number 20, and he's going to say, this is the fastest football player you've played all year. He's going to tell him that. I swear, I promise you, because that's how coaches are. They're going to over-exaggerate, even if it's not true. They're going to tell this defense that's playing Dwight Phillips in Georgia, number 20 can roll. Number 20 is a 10-1-4 100-meter guy. Number 20 is the reincarnation of Tyreek Hill. So what you're going to see is a lot of really, really over-aggressive angles, all right? We're trying to leverage the football. That's what defensive coaches talk about. So what do we mean by that, all right? We got a really, really fast player running towards our sideline. We need to track that near hip, and somebody who's not doing their job, somebody needs to leverage the football back. We call this vice tackling, okay? I sat in a meeting room with somebody this year that literally said, I do not care if you make the tackle. All I care about is you turn the thing back in, right? Do you have proper leverage? When you're a safety and they're running truck toss to the boundary, or they're running sweep like this to the boundary, and you're that corner, you're that safety, are we violent and physical enough to get our butt downhill, all right, and leverage the football, turn it back in, while the rest of the guys pursue inside out? We all understand that? That's what we're talking about with regards to leveraging the football. And when you're told all week long, number 20, fastest guy alive, he's the fastest kid alive, you're going to over pursue these like these guys did right here, okay? And you're going to get, hey. All right, now let's really talk some ball, because I feel like sometimes you guys just hear me say something, and if you don't see it, you don't believe it, right? When I tell you backside edge defenders have had no responsibilities for 2 straight years, I don't know if you truly believe me. I don't know if you do. So I'm gonna show you a clip of it right here. I want y'all to watch this jamoke on the top of your screen right here, and you tell me, Jonathan, if there is ever a single solitary doubt what he's about to do right here, okay? There is never once oh, maybe that quarterback could keep that football. And guess what? He tackles the back at 9 yards, right? Banana peels him the whole way, runs him down from the backside. Now just imagine, guys, just imagine, because you're going to see it later in the football game, okay? Just imagine this defensive end is told, hey, you can crash, but we have to replace, right? Because 14's in the game now, and we can't give up at what we're about to give up right here. Watch this. Watch 23 and 15. Oh, my God. You know what I mean? Like, all we need is one threat right here at 14, right? All we need is one threat. Pull it, keep it for 7-8 yards, pick up a first down one time. And then that defensive end has got to do this right here. And guess what? Look at the front side. Okay, look at the front side of this play right now. All right, we got counter roll, a little pin and a pull. If that backside defensive end doesn't tackle us right now, I fully believe we're splitting that seam right there, Jonathan. I do. I fully believe that. We're one-on-one with the backside safety now, having to make him run at us with an angle. But instead, what are we doing? We're getting run down from behind, all right, by the backside defensive end. Again, this year, I can promise you right now, if this guy's doing this guy will replace for him. There's just no way. We have to get the right hats to the ball carrier, right? Or all potential ball carriers. It's really hard to have a 60-yard run when the backside defensive end is falling on you on +6. Falling on your feet. It's really hard. Same exact thing right here. Very next play. Defensive end just doing whatever the hell he wants, diving in, getting to go make plays. Boom. Right? I mean, shit. Look at this. Sorry for my language. I'm getting a little too excited today. It must be the illness. Look at this today, Jonathan. I mean, my God. Okay? If this guy had to make a decision, he's cooked. He's absolutely cooked. But instead, guess what he gets to do? He just gets to fall in, right? He just gets to fall in. Imagine if that guy's not standing there, right? We're off this butt, and we're running to a whole lot of grass, man. You see why all these college football teams are prioritizing athleticism at the position? I don't need you to be Jalen Milroe. I really don't. I need you to be Stetson Bennett. That's what I need. I need on 3rd and 4 for that backside defensive end to be like, oh crap, I saw him take it for 45 yards in the red zone or in the green zone against Auburn. You know what I mean? I need that. I need that fear. Now, it's great that this dude can destroy you from the pocket. I sent you some clips last night, right? I don't think there's a funner quarterback for me to study in a vacuum on tape than this dude, okay? He's flawless as a football player on film, all right? But the rest, no threat to keep the football. I just feel like my competitive nature would make me pull one of these balls every once in a while. That's just me. My grandfather just called Jonathan. Make sure I remind me to call him back.
Got you.
All right, but here's the real deal, right? We could talk about how a gunner is going to impact backside defensive ends. We could talk about how boot play action is going to influence those backside rushers. But in reality, man, we are one play right here. We are one block right here away from a massive explosive, okay? And hey, we're going to watch 21 carries today, by the way. We're going to watch 21 carries, and I think we can count on 2 fingers how many times he gets to 10 yards before getting touched. We're going to watch that Penn State film a little bit later, if we haven't already. We're going to watch that Penn State film, and you're going to see dudes barely touching those running backs until like 8-9 yards downfield. No shit, they average 7.5 yards per carry. Offensive line's working. So here we go. Let's watch this right here. Hey, Monroe Freeland, love you to death. All right, love you to death. We got to know. This is what year 2 looks like for me as a player. Right, watch this. We got a little pin and pull action. Lawson Lucky blocking down. We got Arian Smith blocking down, right? We got a free defender. We got 2 blockers for those free defenders. We all see them, right? We all got the concept right here. Well, Monroe, when we get around this edge, when we get around this final down block, what is the most important thing that we do? Look, snap our eyes inside. Boom, right? Take our eyes to where we know we're supposed to be. Watch how delayed we are right here. We get out there, we're looking. Oh crap, he undercut me, right? Oh crap, he undercut me. And now he's going to make that thing bow a little bit. Let's just pause. I'm a big pause frame guy, right? Because here's the deal. We've won the math. If we win our blocks as an offense, we've won the math, haven't we? We are 9 yards downfield, and there is a crease right there. We got the kick out block from Oscar. We got the pins and the pulls from everybody else. We got an alley right there. Unless somebody defeats a block, right? Unless somebody else wins their one-on-one. 19 changes the math right here. 19 changes the math, bows it out. Jared Wilson loses his guy topside too, and now we're tackled for a 9-yard gain. 9-yard gains are great. They're great. I want to see 30-yard rippers, man. I want to see Zamir White running 75 yards down the sideline on truck toss. That's what I want to see. I will say this about him, and you can tell by just his size and how he runs. Really, really tough surface area to hit. And I think that's important as a ball carrier, right? It's great if you're a big back. I think that's awesome. But to be honest with you, if I were a 230-pound linebacker and you're a 230-pound running back, I don't really give a damn. I'm going to hit you. I was born to hit you. You weren't. I eat nails for breakfast. You don't. Okay, so I don't care. What would really terrify me as a linebacker is a guy I can't see and a guy I can't hit clean. Like, that's what made Ashton Genty so great. You were never going to hit that guy clean. You were never going to get a good surface area like this right here. You're never going to get a good surface area on this guy, all right, to hit him clean. You're just going to hit each other, all right? In that last little moment of getting skinny right there, Jonathan, I think personally, this is what running back instincts look like, right? I know what vision looks like. We all know what vision looks like, or lack of vision. We can see that clear as day. But what does your situational positional awareness look like? All right, do you know where other people are around you at all times? That's what feel looks like on tape. Now this right here is an elite cut. All right, I need to see more of this. Be honest with you, Nate. I need to see more of this. I need to see 3 or 4 of these a game. Watch it from the tight, you'll really see it. Hey, linebackers, you can't over pursue this guy. You just can't. If you're playing Nate, you got to stay on the near hip, all right? That's every back, but really these quick, shifty, good one-cut backs, we can't over pursue them. Watch these 2 linebackers. They're going to flow a little bit too hard, all right? And Nate's just going to stick his foot in the ground. We'll see if we can find the Brody. Do you see the Brody? I don't see the Brody.
I don't see it.
I don't see the Brody. I think I was in the corners of some sorts. Oh well. Hey, dirty yards. Get me some dirty yards, Nate. This is dirty yards right here. Okay, this is what it looks like. Okay? By the way, I caught myself again last night. I missed 1:15 in the morning, and I'm sitting over here, supposed to be watching the run game, supposed to be taking notes on Nate. I'm like, shit, 74 is so much better. 74 is so much better. We're going to show you. I really do. Like, I know. I love Jared. Jared's a 3rd-round pick. I think he's a great football player. Great athlete. I think Drew's going to be better. I do. I just think he's going to play it better. And I'll show you why here in a second. All right, but this is dirty yards right here. Yes, right? I need to see more of this. I need to see, okay, we got a 300-pound defensive lineman with his bare paws on me. No, he ain't, right? We're going to run right through that. High knees, quick feet, get through it. All right, I need to see 7, 8-yard carries like that ad nauseum this year. Amen, Jonathan?
Amen.
All right, this is bad. This is bad. This is a day 1 install play for them. There is no way. This is what I'm about to show you. I don't know if anybody else picks this stuff up, but I do. All right, this is why I love covering your football team. If you're listening to this today as a Georgia fan, that's why I love covering good football teams, period. Because of this shit right here. Okay, he is about to miss a terrible read. He's about to miss a terrible read. He's going to get pulled off the field, get his butt chewed out. They're going to put him back on the field, get into a different formation, run the same exact play. Okay, watch this. They're trying to run duo, guys. We already talked about it, right? Everybody's kind of on this down surface. We're trying to peel out these extra defenders. We're going to work front side and then hit off that tackle's butt. That's what we're trying to do. That is the design of the play, right? The crease of the defense is going to end up right there. Okay, but for some, I don't know reason, we bounce right. And this is what I was talking about earlier with the quarterback. Hey, let's not do this. Okay, I know you know, and I know everybody in the building that watches this team knows that we just had a freshman bust an assignment. But I think that's your opportunity, right, to walk over there, tap him on the helmet and go, hey, buddy, I know we're drinking through a fire hose right now. I know it's our first time getting featured carries in a football game. It's UMass, baby. We got this. Calm down, okay? Instead of letting everybody on film, we talked about this with Dylan Raiola the other day. Instead of letting everybody on film know that the running back just effed up. We don't have to do that, okay? We know. We know what duo is. Football people know. We see it. You don't have to show them. Definitely don't have to do that. We don't have to give body language, right? Hey, so play 50, Cash comes in there. He, I would assume, gets his damn butt yelled at on the sideline. So what do? They come out the very next time he gets on the field, 2 plays later, okay, gives him a rep off, chews his butt out, and now guess what we do? Now we probably overcorrect, okay? Because now we've got all kinds of free defenders. Remember we were talking about counting the math earlier, Jonathan? 1, 2, 3, plus defender all the way back there at 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, hey, they bumped the stack a little bit here, right? Okay, let's be a little bit aware. But Jonathan, we just got our freaking face chewed off on the sideline for not hitting duo like we were supposed to. So what are we going to do? Probably going to overcorrect. All right, we're going to take the coaching to extreme, which I'm fine with, okay? I'm fine with. I think if we're a little bit patient, guys, duo and all inside zone cut or runs rather, it's like playing Tetris, okay? That's what you have to do because you got to find the displacement, right? Kirby talked about yesterday, we got to dent the defense. What does that look like? Well, denting the defense is creating movement, right? Creating movement. These guys are 3 yards past the line of scrimmage. This guy is 3 yards past the line of scrimmage. These guys are at it. So where's the dent in the defense? This has moved back. This is up front. We got to play Tetris, baby. You know what I mean? We got to be able to jump cut and play Tetris as a back. That's what our job is. Find the dent in the defense. But I'm going to tell you what right now. The word I got for him, Jonathan, is jitterbug. You like that word? Mm-hmm. Jitterbug. I know we called him a Tasmanian devil the other day, but this looks like one of them water bugs that sits on top of the water and just, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Oh, you just had to get the vigorous swig on film, huh? You just had to get the vigorous swig on film, didn't you, Jonathan? Man, you've been doing me dirty lately with the camera cuts, dog. Hey, look at it right here. Give me to the +1, okay? Get me to the +1. This time, we outrun him, right? We outrun him. I told you earlier, what would terrify me as a box defender or a person responsible for tackling the ball carrier is a guy I can't see. All right, a guy I can't see. Watch this safety right here. First of all, his eyes are way over here. He's got no freaking clue what's about to happen to him right now, so he's going to be late to his key. But not only that, the moment we get past the offensive line, we're just now realizing where you're launching, and we've got a really bad angle on it. We're going to run to the pylon and beat you. But, I mean, I think I can count on 2 hands how many times we had these types of plays for Georgia running backs last year. Let's count it. Let's pause it when he gets first touch. Right there. That's first touch. He just now got hands put on him 14 yards down the field. You want to be a good run football team, that's what it looks like. You got to do these types of things. We can't be asking backs to make +1 defenders miss at the 4-yard line. It's just it's not irresponsible. It's not winning. You're not going to win that way. By the way, this is their wide zone. This is how they attack C-gap and beyond, right? We talk all the time about needing to stress and stretch defenses, right? So instead of putting this running back this way and just running wide zone, now they're going to pin, right? And get some of these pulls out here. They're going to truck toss. This is how they want to run wide zone, right? This is a version of it. I know it's pin and pull. I know it's truck toss, whatever you want to call it. I'm very well aware of football here. But all I'm saying is this is, for the 7 years I've watched Georgia, this is the only way they attack C-gap and beyond. They do it with jet sweeps and they do it with truck tosses. That's it. There is no wide zone, right? They might bounce counter every once in a while if teams are spilling it, but they're not designed to run outside the tackle. Do you have any idea why, Jonathan? I have a theory.
I don't.
Kirby always wants to make things bow, doesn't he? He wants it to run to the sideline. He's got elite team speed. He plays in the SEC. He recruits that way. He wants to build a wall and make you bounce. The quickest way to defeat a Georgia defense is to run it down their gullet, right? Run it right down their face. If you want to beat Georgia, run it for 140 yards right in between the boxes. If you've done that the last 10 years, you've beaten Kirby Smart. Why? Because he thinks that is death, right? The immediate blow right to the face. If you're trying to run around me, I'm going to get you. So offensively, if that's the way he wants you to do on defense, he doesn't want his offense trying to do that, right? You see what I'm saying? That's my theory behind that. Also, I would imagine, will you Google who led the nation in holding last year? I would bet it was a wide zone football team. I bet Texas led the SEC in holds last year, Jonathan. That's what my film tells me about wide zone. Hey, let's talk about natural running instincts right here. We catch an overflow defender right here with a little dead leg. I don't even know how we see him. How do we see this guy other than just general pure instincts? Look at this. Right there. How do we see that guy? All right, let's take a look at it. Here's Gunner in the game, right? So we're going to see these things change now, right? You got something for me?
I don't.
You don't? I don't think anybody's keeping holding stats in college football.
Yeah.
All right, so let's take a look at this right here, okay? Let's see if either of these guys, now that 14's in the game, let's see if either of these guys is held responsible by the quarterback, okay? Oh, shit. Man, that's crazy, isn't it? That's crazy right there. Now, if we really wanted to, hey, we might be able to, right? We might be able to if we really, really wanted to. I'm going to run through an arm tackle here. Come on, run through an arm tackle right there, Nate. Come on. Just that one little hezzy. I need that, man. All right, now, let's talk football here, okay? Let's talk football here. Can we get the last motion? All right, we didn't. All right, so they have, I think, an outside defender over here, okay? They got somebody. Are they tackle over right now? They are. That's what's going on. They're tackle over right now. Do you see that, Jonathan? They've got an extra right tackle over on the left side. All right, so I'm glad I noticed that. That's the right guard. That's the Y. We got an extra OT over here. Now, we all see number 9 over here, right, Jonathan? Mm-hmm. Okay, so these two are working to number 9, which means you two have to get up to number 5, all right, and you two have to dig out that backside 3 technique and get up to number 17, or just take your guys, lock on, we'll make 17 run it down from behind. I think that's what they do. They end up calling lock right here, Jonathan, and take those backside 2 edge defenders, all right? But this combo up to number 5 is vital. And I think we take horrible steps right here. I think we take horrible footwork from both people, okay? Now, when it comes to playing combination blocks, we really need 3 people in here today. We've talked about on the network, one guy's playing half a man, one guy's playing full man, all right? The guy who is playing half a man is the one who is more than likely going to come off and play the linebacker. Okay, Jonathan, let's talk football a little bit here. We've got run action this way, okay? So what is number 5 going to do the moment the ball's put into the belly of the back?
Float that way.
He's going to float. He's going to pursue the football. All right, which means if we had to guess who's going to take over this down lineman and who's going to work up to the linebacker, we all as an audience know that the left guard should probably be working up to the linebacker. Except for when we take this snap, all right, we have horrible angles. We go 2 hands on right here from the left guard, and we get into the hip right here as a center, which means all we're going to do is push that defensive lineman down the line of scrimmage. We're not going to dent the defense. We're not going to create movement. We're not going to do anything. We're just going to push him down the line of scrimmage. All the while, number 5 is going to float over the top of the play. So let's watch it. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. I mean, just easy as day, right? Easy as day. Now, here's the difference. We got to talk about footwork here. Watch Drew Bobo right here, guys. Watch him take these vertical steps, right? 6 inches. All right, now I guarantee you this right foot, I guarantee you it replaces. It comes back up underneath this framework of his body and goes right down the midline of this defensive lineman. Wham. All right? Because that's how we teach it. We got to get our feet back up underneath this and get on that inside peck of that or the defensive lineman. Now, we're going to sit it out and play it firm. All right? Very similar footwork that should have happened right here for Micah Morris. We should be playing through this front side peck of number 10 and working up to number 5. And we should be cutting it off of Jared Wilson's butt, and we should be banging our head on the goalpost for 6. That's what we should be doing. But instead, we got a 5-yard run. Get me in one of these rooms, baby. I love you. We'll see you. Bye.